Hello, I'm doing my project on climate change. By 2100, sea levels are expected to rise by 1 to 4 feet, according to studies by NASA. Now, even though climate change is majoritarily caused by 100 companies, it is still very important for individuals to know what causes climate change, what problems it generates, and how we're going to solve it. In order to stop climate change, people need to limit their usage of fossil fuels and switch over to renewable sources. Currently, climate change is destroying the Earth's ecosystem. Global temperatures are rising, ice sheets are melting, record numbers of extreme events are happening right now all over the world, according to studies by NASA. One problem generated by climate change is income inequality. Studies done by Stanford conclude that poorer countries are affected disproportionately more by climate change than richer countries. And this is unjust also because rich countries actually are the ones who generate most of the climate change, or greenhouse gases, better said. Another problem generated by climate change is the declination of agricultural production. So, studies done show that extreme weather and extreme weather events lasting longer are being detrimentally affecting agricultural production. The precipitation patterns are also changing, which causes a long-term production decline according to studies. The status quo right now, which is making a lot of meat, is also not helping the problem of climate change because meat generates a lot of greenhouse gases because you use a lot of agricultural product to make meat. My solution, therefore, at the individual level is to cut out meat and dairy from your diet. This is because meat produces 40 times more greenhouse gases than other climate-friendly products such as nuts and soy, according to a study. The larger scale solution to this would be to switch from gas-powered cars to EVs. This is because even though EVs generate more greenhouse gases while being built, because lithium batteries generate more emissions because they're more technical and harder to build, in the long run, gas-powered cars generate more pollution, which is worse. And it is also a practical solution because EVs are, in the long run, less expensive thanks to the very good efficiency they have. They also require less maintenance and no gas, which is why it's a really good way to solve this. It is also not very expensive. EVs are actually pretty cheap now, and this, from personal experience, we bought a car that is EV and it is inexpensive compared to gas-powered cars. So the government change I would want to look for would be giving tax advantages to buy lower emission cars to people. This is because it sways them to buy low emission cars, which is obviously useful to us, and because studies have shown that tax advantages given at the point of sales are more effective than annual taxes. In conclusion, climate change is changing the Earth's environment and ecosystem for the worst. We should strive to change our energies to renewable and change our diet in order to eat more climate-friendly foods such as nuts and soy. In order to stop climate change, we need to break the status quo of using non-renewable sources and start using clean energy. Thank you.